actually, while we were talking just now, I figured out two more questions that I could ask you that will be relevant for this interview. So, new question number one: how do you choose what games to LP?
Well, I'm going to be honest, I really don't think I'm as good at video games as I should be in order to LP, so I start with the games that I know the best. Minish Cap, Zero Mission was my first one, and I beat that like 4 hours after I got it. And after that, Minish Cap I've played through countless times. I used to beat it like once a week back in middle school. And I mean, like, as much as I could look up at my shelf right now and say I'd really love to go through Twilight Princess, Metroid Prime, and Skyrim, even though Skyrim's grossly overdone, I don't think I know the game well enough to get through it at an expedient pace that would keep people as well informed as it would just me running around like, Navi with her head cut off. Which is quite a beautiful sight.
I'm not even sure Navi has a head. She's like one floating pixelated dot with wings.
She is the spirit of annoyance that has converged and condensed into one being.
Hey Joshua. Hey, Josh, look. Josh, listen. Just listen, Josh, listen, look, Josh, listen. What's up?
Huh?
See, that's what most people do when Navi says that. They just ignore her and keep moving on. Okay, so, question number 2. What is your favorite Zelda game?
Favorite Zelda game? I've been thinking about this one lately. I think I'm actually going to have to go with Twilight Princess. It was a really weird concept when it first came out, the whole Twilight world turning into a wolf thing. But I think they kept enough of the core factors there to keep it good while adding just enough new stuff to make it have a little bit of a different flavor. Like, they had set dungeons, set keys, set heart containers, and pieces of heart. The minigames really weren't that different. The biggest downfall I'd have to give it would be the spinner and the Dominion Rod, because those items were bull. I mean, I think you used them 3 times in the game. But aside from that, the great graphics, and it actually had a story that kind of tugged on your heart with Ilya and Colin. It was just a perfect blend, in my opinion, and I really don't think they could do a whole lot better. Ilya was the girl who lost her memory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I never honestly gave a crap about those characters. You see them like 3 times in the whole game.
Something I find funny is if you that actually a lot of people I know don't know, the little whore-like girl with her eyeshadow and whatnot. If you swing your sword at her, she'll actually duck.
Seriously?
Yeah, she ducks out of the way in like a 1-frame transition. But
okay, that's actually pretty cool.
That is my anime affliction, and somebody calling me that I shall ignore.
Okay. God, people, shut up, I'm doing an interview.
I know, I feel so popular.
Actually, that's one of the reasons why I started this show, was to give, no offense, more little-known LPers a little bit of time in the limelight. Give everybody a little spotlight.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not even looking at this as spotlight. I mean, if anybody really wanted to know questions that I don't answer because they wouldn't come up during the course of a normal LP, or they figure it's something that they couldn't ask in the comments or just didn't, I mean, I'm glad to get information out to anybody to one of the 19 people that watch me at this time. This will either be funny 4 years from now when I'm still at 19, or it'll be funny 4 years from now if I have any bigger number.
Yeah. I mean, okay, like, I always used to think, Josh, that, like, back in the days when I first started Kingdom Hearts, I had, like, legit 4 views per video if I was lucky. And then I started Twilight Princess, and the first episode got, like, 600 views.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah.
My channel barely has that.
You funny.
Yeah, it's the truth, folks. These are the jokes.
Yeah. Oh, hey, by the way, how do you feel about Majora's Mask? Like, is it your favorite, or is it the absolute worst in your opinion?
I first played it and I hated it. I wanted to find everybody that even said, let's try this out as a game, and I wanted to just smack them across the face because it was so foreign to me as a concept. And then eventually it grew on me to the point where I actually played through it. And then upon my second time playing through it, I was like, you know what? This isn't bad. I can't group it as a Zelda game simply because it's not close enough to another Zelda game. I mean, if you put that next to Twilight Princess, or even the closest one I can think of, Ocarina of Time, they're so vastly different. I mean, between the whole 3-day rule and collecting fairies, the fact that side quests play a much bigger part, and the character, and it's much more of a story-driven game, in my opinion, than Ocarina of Time, even though I found Ocarina to be the most story-driven Zelda. It was just so different. I can't really use another word besides different. But now I actually really like it. It's definitely not my lowest Zelda. That would have to belong to Zelda 2 Adventure of Link, because thank you, Nintendo, for giving us a life bar and a jump ability, and making it a platformer, you scumbags.
I mean, okay, this might sound kind of weird, but I feel like Zelda 2, it kind of feels like playing Smash Brothers with Link all the time. Like, he has the same moves, the whole up thrust and the down thrust and the everything thrust. Jokes.
Put a little graphic up there. Hey, Barry, give us a graphic.
Yeah, I don't think I'll do that. I don't want to get in trouble with angry parents. Anyways, though, you can watch the AVGN episode for more information. But I really like Majora's Mask because, forgive me for saying this, I hate Zelda dungeons so much.
For shame.
Because, like, I like games with atmosphere and, you know, story and everything like that. And when you're in the dungeon, there's nobody to talk to. There's nobody to do stuff for. There's no real goal other than get to the end and kill somebody, and then get your heart container, hold it above your head like you're surprised, and then leave.
Oh, you can't say that. You've LP'd Twilight Princess, correct?
Oh my God, yes,
and you probably know what I'm going to bring up right about now.
Wait. Don't tell me. Let me guess. Snowhead Temple, right?
Snowhead was Majora's Mask, but Snow Peak Mansion, okay, yes.
Snow Peak, whatever.
The foreboding, creepy atmosphere of just walking through this giant abandoned mansion, and this creepy, armless Yeti that's sick, and her weird, autistic husband that's making soup with pumpkins and goat cheese, and just the fact that you want her to get to the end, and then by the time you actually help him out and you make it through and you find out all the things about his abandoned house, it leaves you with so many questions about his life, not to mention that just the atmosphere the entire time, it was like living in an M.C. Escher painting, just walking down the staircase and coming out of the ceiling somewhere else. It just seemed so mysterious yet creepy that I think the atmosphere was set better than... Well, actually, I want to hear your argument on that. What kind of games would you say set a better atmosphere?
Okay, well, I think probably the best answer for that would be the game I think is the most atmospheric. It's like, it's art, I think. It has the most touching story I've ever heard. You're probably going to hate me for saying this, but it's Kingdom Hearts 2. I love the game more than anything.
I actually have the case of the game that I thought you might say.
Oh, really? What is that?
Yeah, I was a little off.
Oh, no! Bad, Josh!
Bad? No. What? For those who can't see, I'm holding up the case of the collector's edition version of Final Fantasy XII, and I actually just got it to play on my computer. I plan on LPing it pretty soon, because it's actually in my CD drive right now, but I want to know what these problems are people have with Final Fantasy XII.
Oh my god! Okay, I'm probably thinking of the wrong game here, but in my limited experience with Final Fantasy, I think it was Final Fantasy X.
Yeah, I hate it too, even though everybody loves it. We're on the same page.
Okay, like within the first 5 minutes, after like a 5 minute cutscene at the beginning, I was thinking, okay, is the game frozen? I started hitting the buttons. Oh, I get to play now. Okay, and then I was wandering around, wondering what to do, and then maybe 5-10 minutes later, I was wondering what the heck is Blitzball. Then 5 or 10 minutes later, the whole place was under attack by like aliens and stuff, and it's you don't do that. One does not simply have aliens attack.
I hated every minute of 10. I mean, the last boss was a whale. You had a blue cat in your party. You had a guy with the most offensive Hawaiian stereotype in the face of the planet. And you had spheres of water in which you played floaty soccer? No, 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 no. Bad, Square Enix. Back to Square 9.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a nice pun. Unintended. I didn't know it till I said it. I'm sorry, people. Especially you, who is it that does the amazing puns all the time? Chugga Conroy.
I think you're getting another text. I just heard the Midna sound effect.
Wow, that was really good. I barely heard that.
Yeah. And no, Chugga would be proud of you. Chugga would be proud.
Oh, I love Chugga.
Yeah. The only thing that kind of surprised me that I learned about him is that he's a brony.
Oh, what?
Yes, Chugga Conroy's a brony. Like, Nintendo Capri Sun was over at his house one time, and he was, like, showing us around, like, where where he slept and everything like that. He was showing us the room, and he had this huge, like, stand. It was like a bookshelf full of little pony figurines.
I've seen some My Little Pony stuff at his house, but as far as I know, every time it's been brought up, he says, I will neither say I like nor dislike My Little Pony. So I figured he was kind of indifferent to it. Maybe he kind of liked it, but to go so far as being a brony,
No, I'm serious, and I commend him because he doesn't talk about it. He doesn't, like bring it up ever. But he has like a huge shelf full of them, and there's a blanket on his couch, and oh my god.
I actually can't yell at him. There are some pretty bizarre shows that I watch that are probably less liked than My Little Pony as far as the male crowd goes, so I won't really make fun of them or say anything bad.
The only thing that I don't like about bronies, like, if you're a brony, that's cool. I don't care. Literally.
Just don't shove it down my throat.
Yeah, just don't shove it down my throat like, oh, look at me, I'm going against the crowd. No, you're just now part of a different crowd that is very much hated for saying that they're part of a different crowd.
Mm-hmm. I'm all for people that like something. Don't get me wrong, I won't hate you if you say, hey, I'm a brony. But I will get mad if I'm like, oh, hey, here's a question. And you say, like, yeah, my name is Doug, and I'm a brony, motherfucker. No. Like, brony for life. I got a thug bro life tattoo and all this stuff. No. It's not a cult. Yeah. It's a show.
Like, okay, I'm not sure if you've ever had this, but there's bronies who, like, clip a tail onto your belt, like, in the back. Like
I've seen it happen at the Renaissance Festival. Yes, I'm a nerd. But not for bronies.
Like, here's the thing, though. I mean, I can understand if you love a show and it, like, makes your life complete or whatever, but I would never devote my entire identity to something. Like, Avatar: The Last Airbender is my favorite show of all time. I mean, I think it tells the best story ever. It's basically World War II, but with, fantasy stuff. And it's like, it's a kid's show that treats you like an adult. It's really weird. What are you looking around at?
I don't know. I'm paying attention. Trust me. It's a very good show. It's like World War II. Treat you like an adult. Show like a kid. I'm not ignoring you by any means.
Josh secretly has ADHD.
I have ADOS.
Do I want to know?
If you've never heard it before, it's attention deficit. Ooh, shiny.
Oh my god.
I also have CDO, which is like OCD, but the letters are in the proper places where they should be. I also have OCDC, which is kind of like OCD, except it freaking rocks.
Wow, you're very good with bad jokes, I must say.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When it comes to bad jokes, I'm like... When it comes to bad, I'm the water wraith on level 4 of Submerged Castle.
Oh my god. Don't get me started on Pikmin 2. I mean, it's a really love-hate sort of game for me, because I love it because it's so fun to play, and it's so quirky and colorful, and then I hate it so much because it's so hard, and it's depressing because you lose, and it's not like, you lose, you have to restart. No, you lose, and your guys are killed, and they're actually dead. You physically see them get squashed or eaten or stuff like that. They don't come back.
And the worst thing about it is I am the most ridiculous perfectionist on the face of the planet, which is why I absolutely hate every LP video that I make. That's the honest-to-God truth, because in Pikmin 1, I think I lost 3 Pikmin the entire game, and I felt like a disgusting piece of garbage, like Death the Kid with his 3 stripes in his hair, when I first lost my Pikmin, because, oh no, I left one got eaten at sunset. That was an automatic restart. I've never lost one to sunset, ever. If one got eaten, I gotta restart the day. I can kill that guy quicker, I can do it with no deaths.
The only thing I'll ever seriously reset for is like a massive genocide of Pikmin, or if I lose any purples or any whites, because you can't get them back very easily.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I hate to be bringing up specific episodes of specific LPers, but just about a week ago, I watched the video of Chugga in, I think it was the shower room, or maybe it was Submerged Castle, where he walked away for a minute, and a caustic dweevil walked up to his Pikmin crowd, and he walks back, he's just like, what? What? No, and then just blows up like 92 of his Pikmin.
Oh, have you seen Best Pikmin Freakout, from the first Pikmin, where he had 95 blues, and then right at the very last instant of sunset, he whistled into him, and then the cutscene showed that he didn't have any Pikmin with him, and he was
and then it showed that he had all of them?
Yeah, that.
Oh, that's what I do. Most people, when you were 10, you woke up and you said Saturday morning cartoons, yay. Most people now, they say, yay, I don't have work, I'm going to go hang out with friends, maybe mow the lawn. Me? No. I find a channel that I'm subscribed to and I say, what's a good game? And I watch somebody LP it start to finish on a Saturday.
Okay.
I watched the entire Link Four Swords Adventures today.
Seriously?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know if you know who Scottish Duck 17 is. He's actually this really funny LPer, but he lives in Scotland, and he seriously has all the voice and everything. I was watching his LP of Sly Cooper, and have you ever played Sly Cooper?
No, I've actually only, in the last month, have only seen for the first time what even the character from it looks like. It was never something that I heard a lot about.
Oh, well, I guarantee you it's a very good series of games. You'll probably like them if you're into platformers, but yeah, there's this one part towards the middle of the game where you're supposed to fight a sort of alligator-type lady, Ms. Ruby, and there's this sort of rhythm game you have to play, and it's for the final boss, but it's so hard because it's glitchy and it doesn't work right, and when you die, you have to start all the way back at the beginning. There's no checkpoints whatsoever. And, towards the middle, it almost sounded like he had a seizure. He was going... It was so weird. And then after that, he's just my heart hurts. He sounded like he was dying. That's the sort of rage that nerds are capable of. I don't really rage that much, though. Who's the most rage-filled person you know when it comes to video games?
When it comes to video games,
yeah,
it would have to be my longtime friend, Sean Begeman. He'll never see this, but Sean Begeman. When we were 6 to 10 years old, every time I went over, he had a new controller. He went through, I want to say, 7 PlayStation 2 controllers in about one summer vacation, and that was when he was only about 10 years old.
Dude. Does he have anger issues or something? Like, actual...
We found out later, yes, he's a lot more angry than a lot of other people I know, but back then I don't think it was mostly just the game.
Yeah.
I lose the game, but he would smash controllers daily basis. And the ones that he did have that worked, they were duct taped together.
Okay, probably the most rage-filled person I know when it comes to video games is my sister, Samantha. Like, okay, she doesn't play video games very often, and I can really understand why. Like, the games she plays are not difficult in any way, shape, or form. Like, she plays Cafe Madness on Facebook or something like that, and she'll start screaming, "Bake faster, cupcakes!" or like something like that. Like, I got her to play Super Mario Kart with me once. I didn't even know it was possible to rage quit on Super Mario Kart, but apparently it is.
I've rage quit Mario Kart Double Dash. Petey Piranha he's a cheater. You see that extra boost of speed he got? He totally didn't even react when he hit that banana. Yep. I've rage quit it.
No, I'm talking about the original on Super Nintendo, the most simplistic, cutesy, easy Mario Kart game ever.
Back when game programmers didn't even know how to make a computer cheat.
Yes.
Didn't have the pleasure of that. I skipped a couple generations. I had the NES, and then I went from that to Game Boy Advance and a GameCube.
Wow.
So, all the best games, I had to wait for the Game Boy Advance re-release, or now I emulate them.
Well, like, something that I really hate, and I do this, is, like... I'm after my time sort of thing. Like, I don't like modern games because they're all the same generic FPS sort of bullcrap. Or
thank you.
Yeah, or all that. I buy games from last generation. Like, recently for my birthday, I went to a buy-sell trade and I bought Super Mario Sunshine, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, and Klonoa 2. Those are all games that were made from like 2000 to 2005. You know?
Oh yes, I'm well aware, and I'm very happy that people are still buying those. Last year, I traded in every single game that I could get my hands on that I owned for my 3DS. I got it back when it first came out for $259.99, day of release, and I traded in a PlayStation 2, Game Boy Advance SP, Game Boy Micro, and well over 50, 60 games, just so I could drop the price enough so I could afford my 3DS. Only for Ocarina of Time 3D.
Seriously?
Yes, that is the only reason I bought it.
Wow.
The next year, I actually had one game that I wanted to get, and it was a game that I traded in, and it was the happiest I've ever been driving home with a game was when I came home after buying The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess for the second time, and I came home and I got the shudders from the music on the start screen, and I was like, ooh, I get to play this again.
Yeah, I mean, there's something undeniable about that classic nostalgia. Oh, hey.
Well, yeah, especially if you have really good associations with a game. I mean, a game can be crap. Like, if your first video game you ever played was Mary-Kate and Ashley, Sweet 16, License to Drive, but you had a really good friend that you played it with and you had fun times, you're probably going to like that game.
Is that a real game?
Game Grumps played it.
Oh my god.
It's essentially Mario Party with Mary-Kate and Ashley's voices in like 20 different sound bites thrown in, and the longest, most pointless, stupid minigames in the history of mankind. If anybody has not seen it, I hope you go watch at least 5 minutes of it, just so you can make fun of this atrocity of a game. Game Grumps played it. Mary-Kate and Ashley, Sweet 16, Licensed to Drive.
Oh yeah, hey Josh, you want to learn a little fun fact?
Depends, how personal is it?
We actually just spent the last 45 minutes filling in the time, and we didn't even try. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 45 minutes. So, I say on that note, that's probably a pretty good place to end the episode. So, thank you for watching this installment of Let's Interview. I've been ChiliDude27.
And I've been RagePoweredGamer.
And we'll see you next time with a new special guest. Say bye.
Bye.
Ooh, shiny.